Oh my. Hello, I'm here. Hi guys. I'm sorry I didn't go live yesterday. I really was like dog tired. I was on the phone with my mom and my sister. Then my son, his wife, his children, and then my other son. Yesterday was phone call day for me. So hello everybody. How are you? Let's see. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Christoph. Chantel, I saw your message and congratulations. Hi, Gwen. How's my baby? Hi, avoiding eye contact. Wisco Gal. Hi. Wendy's front yard. Hello. Uh, okay. So Chantel is now monetized on YouTube, right, Chantel? Or are we talking about TikTok? Because you just said I'm monetized. You got the welcome thing. Was it TikTok or was it? They've sent me that creators to become a part of the creators fund like 3 times already, and I need to really start doing some more uploads over there. He's doing. Oh, he's bad. What do you mean? It's about freaking time. Oh, that's right. Okay, congratulations. Wisco. Oh, it was good this week on YouTube. Congratulations. Congratulations. My God. I have I have to finish watching George's. I have to finish watching Amber's and Texas Girl. And then I need to watch Jen's. So you have a YouTube partnership. Yeah, that's what it's called. You're monetized. Congratulations. Um, and then hi Jane Lee. Jane Lee. Ooh. So I have to watch. So I'll be not watching because I really listen. I don't really watch because then I get distracted by the chat. So I have to do Jen's from today. I need to finish Amber and Texas Girls, and then I need to finish George's. So I left George when he was talking about, I think he had just finished talking about going to the police station. So I'll figure it out. I'll just fast forward until I get there. Hi, George. How are you? I'm sorry I had to leave. I had some stuff I had to do, but I will finish it. I always finish the lives, and they'll tell you I'll leave a comment. If I have any questions, I'll do it. But I heard the police stuff, and I think you were getting ready to play Amzi when I left. So, but I will. I have three, two that I have to finish, and one that I have to listen to all of it. I could have helped you with the process. You didn't ask me. Hi, Julie. Welcome. Hi, sweetie. I could have helped you. You never said you needed help. Okay, so I'm glad Sophie helped you. I really, really am. I really am. And congratulations. It's long overdue. I saw the interview with Nisha, not Nisha and Jazz. So I'll have to add Auntie there too. Now that I have to watch and not listen because I need to watch the body language. But I know I've been seeing Jazz on TikTok, and Drea was correct when I was live the other day. She said Nisha will be on, and I'll be damned. I got up that morning. She sent me a message. She goes, "I told you she'd be on." So Nisha lives on TikTok. That's all she does is live on TikTok. I didn't know I needed help. She just explained it a bit. Oh, okay. Well, congratulations. So let's get to Plathville. Oh my God. So where is Wicked Wisdom? Where is Wicked Wisdom? Because this is her show too. So this week on Plathville, I am so confused. I need you guys to help me. Okay. I even put the closed caption on. All right. Because I just want to make sure I wasn't missing anything. Now we open with Hi, Sweets and Beyond. Oh, you just finished watching it. Hi, Marcia E. Well, good thing I didn't come live yesterday then. So we open, we see Ethan driving his Batmobile, whatever we want to call it, the Goldmobile. And then what is this skull ring he has on his finger? But anyway, we see him driving, and he said that, he's back in Cairo to spend time with the family. And he I thought he was there last time. He was taking a couple of months off. And then we meet Tegan. We meet Tegan. Tegan, long and lanky. And when I first saw Tegan, I thought of Olivia. Okay, we have our own theories anyway. Veronica is doing too much. Kim said Ethan is such a rugged family man. Yeah, right. Girl, where ain't nothing rugged. There's nothing rugged about Ethan. But anyway, so we meet Tegan. Tegan said that she just flew in from Wisconsin, and she was there for Lydia's surprise engagement. Okay. Now, when Ethan met her, he said, "How was your morning?" She said she slept in. And, then Ethan said he picked up the car and he had it washed. So, did they fly in because Ethan was there last week? Ethan was there last week. Well, he was proposing in 2 weeks. Okay, in 2 weeks. So, but Ethan said that he had taken a month or so off to spend time with his family. So, where did Ethan pick up the car from? And Tegan is staying at Barry's house. That is Barry's house. Hi, JJ. How you doing, JJ? How you doing, JJ? So JJ, don't forget to send me that link. I sent you a message on IG because George's chat isn't on when you dropped it in there, so I can't get it. Send me that link to that video on IG, please. Well, to your live. Send it to me on IG, please. I heard Ethan's voice recordings. Blessed be the fruit. So he says that he picked up the car. Where did he pick it up from? Where did he pick it up from? So, he's showing her around Cairo. Uh, that's what they call it, Cairo. I thought it was Cairo, but it's Cairo. He's showing her around Cairo, and there's the movie theater, and he's never been in there. And unlike Olivia, who complained about his childhood, Ethan, I swore you complained about your childhood too. Um, Tegan is more interested in how he grew up and what he did, and his family likes her. They love her, but when he went over to Kim's house, she said that she had only met her once before. I got a friend request today, a man I haven't talked to in 40 years, an old friend of my brother's. Okay, accept it. Okay. So I'm sitting there going, so, and when they were in that car, you remember when Ethan got that car together, and it was that older model car and that one. And when him and Olivia were driving around and she was laying on his shoulder too, I was like, it is so reminiscent of that. Wendy's front yard, that whole boat thing was fake as for a story. You don't believe, hi Snuggle, you don't believe they really lived on that boat? I don't either. He 100% complained. Thank you. He complained about his childhood. It had nothing to do with Olivia. Nothing. Now he's trying to change everything around her but Olivia. Now, when the producers asked him if he and Olivia were divorced, this mofo lied through his teeth. He said they fill out the paperwork in November. Something wasn't filled out correctly, and then they had to go. He hired an attorney. He's a damn lie. When Olivia went to that apartment in Minnesota, he refused to sign the paperwork. We heard what Olivia said on her on her IG and TikTok, that his lawyer started calling after he put her on block for almost a year. He unblocked her and asked her, well, told her they needed to get this divorce done. And she told him, hey, give me till after April. Let me get through my taxes and then we can do it. And then, he kept, and then she finally blocked him. So he's a damn liar. They didn't fill out nothing in November. He's a damn lie. Hi, Party Rock. I see your stuff blooming. Exactly. He's a damn lie. Hi, Just Beetle. How are you? Party Rock. Hi, sweetie. Where is Madi Madi? She must be doing something because she's always in here. So Madi must be doing something. Let's see. Yep, they live on a boat. They don't have to pay taxes. So anyway, he was lying right then and there. And the producers knew he was lying. But no one called him out on that shit. Because you remember, Olivia left that paperwork because he was scaring her with the way his temperament was at that apartment in Minnesota. Now we have Tegan, who has a child of her own. She's 24 and she's a mother. And Ethan doesn't mind her being a mother because he wants kids. I wouldn't put that racist, homophobe piece of shit around no child of mine. Did I hear JJ? JJ, if you're here, may I have the link? Yeah. Well, Julie, if she sends it to me, Julie, I will definitely send it to you. Well, she will send it. All right, Julie, I will send you the link. All right. Thank you, JJ. I will send you the link, Julie. If it's okay with JJ. JJ, can I send the link to Julie, BC, Canada, please? So if she says it's okay, I will send it to you, Julie. But anyway, so then she goes, while we're here, we might as well go see your mom. And I'm like, oh, and it's so nice because Kim says that Olivia was controlling Ethan and she controlled who Ethan spoke with and where Ethan went. Now, just remember, she's only met Tegan once. Hi, Brenna. How are you? So, they done broke up twice already. Hi, Mari. They were calling you George. They done broke up twice already, okay? They have broken up twice already. But I heard last week they were back together. So they go over to, well, listen to this. She goes, we might as well go see your mom and the girls. She didn't call the girls by their name. It's Mercy, Cassie. Did we forget the names? Amber. Did we forget their names? You said the girls, and the girls. And I'm like, okay, so yeah, you really know them. So then they go over there and she's dressed like Barbie. She's got the headband on, and they go to see the mom and the girls. And every time I look at that little girl's eye, I'm just like, why? So they go over, they're eating, whatever. And so she's sitting there and Kim says that she wished that Tegan, would talk more. But Tegan says when she meets, people, she likes to just sit back and, just observe. And then Kim says that it seems that, she's letting Ethan take the lead. Really? Really? So then, they're talking about the one that's running through the trees. And one of the girls says that Lydia likes Zach because he's the kind of girl that'll run through the fields with her. I said, oh shit, I said that too. That's like Mary Poppins to me. So then they're talking about that, and Ethan told his mama about his reservations, and that he really wanted to have a conversation with Lydia. And again, Kim didn't say, she wants to make sure he's not going to be a bull in the china cabinet. But she forgot to tell her son that she got married within what? 5 or 6 months after meeting Barry. So, okay. So they're sitting there, and then, she tell Ethan she has something for him if he wants to take it back. And of course, everything's Olivia's fault, okay? Because Ethan didn't take the quilt that she did for him out of the t-shirts. He left it, and that was probably, no, she said that Olivia probably would have burned it because she hates her so much. Kim, you treated Olivia like shit. You treated Olivia like shit. Olivia didn't keep Ethan from you. Let me tell you, I know for a fact when I got with someone, he would always go with me to visit my mother. I would always say, hey, you need to call your mother back. Call your mother back. Your mother called. Or aren't you going to go by to see your mother? I couldn't get that man to go see his mother unless I went. I would get up on a Saturday. I said, okay, I'm getting ready to go out to mom's. And he'd be like, hold on a second, I'm coming. Never asked him to go with me to my mother's house. But the only way I can get him to go see his mother if I would go with him. And I don't know why, because he knew we weren't going to stay that long because I couldn't stand his goddamn mother. So that's probably why. But anyway, Olivia didn't keep Ethan from you, girl. Oh, you can't wait either, huh? So, so then he was like, oh, yeah. So they're all excited about the quilt. Okay. Next thing we know, well, they're at Micah. Well, that was before Ethan and them got to Kim's. But then we see Micah and Veronica. Now, who saw the outside of Micah and Veronica's home? Did anybody pay attention to that house? Because I swear that's the same house that Olivia, Ethan, Olivia's brother, and Mariah lived in. Did anybody see that house? That looks like the same damn house that they lived in. I want the damn drama. It's coming. It's coming. But where is Drea? Am I crazy or Wendy? Is that the same house? These girls think that being Kim's BFF, you'll get on. Oh, fuck Kim. Can't stand Kim. Ethan was recorded saying he won't have kids with Olivia if she's okay if they turn out gay. Yes, he was. He does not like gay people. He doesn't like black people, Hispanic people. When I said he's homophobic and racist, that's exactly what he is. Yeah, Veronica is a realist, and she sells high-end real estate. High-end real estate. PMR didn't have to yell at you. Veronica favors Jeffree Star a little. Well, that's probably why people were thinking that she was transgender, huh? So then, they're talking, and Micah, admits to his affairs. Okay. He admits to his affairs. He said that, when they first got together, they were long distance, and she was in Florida, he was in Los Angeles, and he was still doing other relationships. The key word here is other relationships. But then he made a point to say girls. My God, you didn't have to make a point and say girls because we know you are bi and you do men and women. So why do we just have to make a point to say girls? And Veronica's already outed you, okay? So Veronica was upset. She was saying, that she didn't know it was because she had manly features or she was too tall, or she was blaming herself for his cheating. Okay? He said that it allegedly stopped when he moved to Florida, but it didn't because he still kept the lines of communication open. He never closed those doors. Okay, never closed them. He kept checking on his, as he said, other females. He had to make sure, well, he said other girls. He had to make sure he said that, okay? Ethan only refers to them as the little girls. Well, that's true too. Uh, so anyway, so they're talking about that. And he said, he looked like he was being sincere, I guess. And he blamed it on his immaturity and all this other bullshit. And then he says that when he moved to Florida, he started taking his relationship a little more seriously, but he never closed those doors. Okay. Again, that house that they're living in, I swear that's the same house that Ethan and Olivia were living in when they were in Florida. Okay. Well, Veronica said that Micah was cheating on her for a while. Every time that she went to New York with this one particular girl. And that was the thing that really exposed him, because the girl reached out, I don't know how she got Veronica's work number, but she reached Veronica at work. And that's when everything exploded. But then he said he came clean in what's he said in May. No, bitch, you didn't come clean. You were caught, because if you weren't caught, you would have never ever told on yourself. You wanted your cake and you wanted to eat it too. So then he says that he gave her full access to his phone and everything. See, I don't think you should have did that. My opinion, because if you were going to prove yourself, your actions were going to speak louder than your words. And if Veronica started to have that trust in you again, she shouldn't have to have your passwords, because just because you gave her that password to that phone don't mean you don't have a burner phone, don't mean you're not reaching out on some prepaid Walmart phone. Micah, nobody's stupid. Nobody's stupid. Well, maybe Veronica, but I doubt it. Okay? I doubt it. I doubt it seriously. Just because you gave her that phone, get out. So Micah says that it's been like about 10 months since he's he but Veronica is still looking at him side eye, because Veronica got to the point now where she don't really give a fuck. Barry's calling her a liar. Mariah done turned Barry against her. Micah's trying not to get caught up like Ethan did with Olivia. But Ethan stood his ground for his wife, because that was, once you marry, you cleave to your wife and not to your mother, your wife or your husband, not your mother or your father. Okay? So, but we know Ethan's a drunk. He's a nasty drunk. He's a racist and he's homophobic. So we don't really give a shit about Ethan. We know that Micah, we know that whole Platt family, according to Olivia and Veronica. And Tegan was talking for a little bit too, but she done took her shit down, because I guess and I went, look, her and Ethan are back together again. Okay. He said that he didn't want to tell her the truth because he was scared that it was going to hurt her. So let me get this right. You would cheat on her knowing that it's going to hurt her when she finds out, because what happens in the dark always fucking comes to light. Micah. So Veronica said, and I agree with her, she said that you cared about yourself. You didn't care about me, even though I was backing you. So it's the same shit. So I'm just laughing. So then, they're getting ready to go to the cabin. Everybody's going to go to the cabin and surprise Lydia. I'm trying to think that anything else happened in that little small ass living room. But I swear that's the same damn house. I'm got to go find a picture of a house that they were living in. Ethan and Olivia. I got to go find that picture of the house. He might be. But then again, he might not even vote. Who knows? That's what I heard, Chris. So what did you hear? What did you hear? Krista Spoiler, didn't she dump him? What, she dumped him, and then they were back together last week. Remember, I told you last week, I said Tegan and Ethan have already broken up. And then someone came in the chat and said, nope, they're back together again. I said, wait a minute, what? I said they were just broken up. Yes, George, I said Julie Andrews and The Sound of Music when it comes to Lydia and Zach. Okay. Um, yeah, but she's always trying to make fun of somebody, but she don't need to make fun of the fact that you fucked up your daughter's eye and you killed your younger son. Okay? And I do believe the bitch was drunk when she did that. Okay? But wait a minute. Then she says that Ethan is so special to her because the time they were apart. No, bitch, you almost called Hosanna's name, and Hosanna was going to sue your ass because she told you don't even bring her name up on that show. Don't bring her name up. Barry is hot. Well, I guess he's getting hot. He worked out. That whole family is odd. I'm telling you, it's flowers in the attic. Children of the corn. Now look at everybody blonde head. But remember, I'm gonna get to the cabin. So okay, I'm gonna just get past that. So then they go over to meet. I don't know if they go over because they're actually staying at Barry's house. But next thing I know, I see Lydia, Ethan, and Tegan. And then, they're all standing in the field. I don't know why they're not in the house, but everybody's standing in the field. And Tegan goes, I got to go to the bathroom. Like Lydia didn't realize that, she goes, well, Ethan really wants to talk to Lydia, so I figure I'll just give them that time. Well, Lord. Ethan says, he's asking Olivia, he's expressing, that he doesn't really know Zach, but uh Lydia's 21, okay? And he doesn't really know Zach. And he flat out tells her he doesn't like Zach. But anyway, they were having a conversation. He wants to know, what's the hurry? She's explaining to him that, she's taking this trip to Germany. And the pastor told her it'll be good if you guys take this trip together as a married couple. So Ethan's sitting there and she said, and God, and I've always said this, and she said that, it'll be their first month of marriage and they want to do it together. And she wants to pour into and receive whatever the Lord has for her. Ethan is like me. Ethan says, God gives everybody free will. You have a free will. You don't need to just do what your pastor tell you to do because your pastor is not God, but he didn't say all of that, but I'm saying it for him. So, but God gives you free will. Okay? God gives you free will. God knows what you're going to do before you fucking do it. All right? He does. You got the little devil over here. You got the saint over here. But you got, you have free will. And Ethan also says, he and Lydia see things differently. Okay. In their thoughts and their values. He said he believed in God. Like I just said, God gives you free will. Okay. So then Lydia says that, he asks Lydia, what do you see in Zach? Can y'all tell me, did Lydia ever answer that question, please? When Ethan asked her, What do you see in Zach? Did she ever answer that question? No, she didn't. She said, she said that Zach is someone that she knows would always have her back, and that's something that she's been missing. Remember I told you? She just want to get the fuck away from them. Okay? She says, and I'm sitting there going, wait a minute. You're not answering his question. He asked you, what do you see in Zach? She said Zach is someone that she has been missing in her life, and she wants to celebrate everything with him. And I was like, this poor kid was missing a lot of love. She also, states, but not to Ethan, how Ethan has always protected Mariah. She's seen it, but he's never done that for her. And that's something she's always wanted. And, she started crying a little bit. Well, that was after, he said, well, Ethan said that it had been, you haven't known him that long. What, 3 months? She goes, if it makes you feel better, it's 4 months. Still too damn soon. But Ethan said, I just don't like him. And then Lydia says she thinks it's something more. It's not that he doesn't like him. He doesn't really know him. But she thinks it's something more than that. What else could it be? Let me see. Olivia did an IG reel saying when she was 16, when the mom befriended. Olivia did an IG reel saying when she was 16, what mom befriended her? Zach's mom? Zach's mom? Huh. Who? Hi, Carter. Hi, sweetie. It's so nice to see you. Okay, you think the house is similar but not the same. Okay. All right. Thank you. You did say Micah was using Veronica. I couldn't see Micah with Veronica either. And she does look a little like Jeffree Star. She does. Except for she don't have that pointed ass nose and that little scrawny ass face. Well, no, she don't really look like Jeffree Star. No. So, situationships. Ooh. Hi, Dustin. I get gay vibes. Ooh. No. Not Isaac. You don't get gay vibe from Isaac. Now, Ethan, yes. Micah, yes. But then I can't say Ethan because he doesn't like gay people. George, you realize when they had that shooting at that bar, I think it was in was it California or Colorado? Ethan actually told his wife. No, Minnesota. He told Olivia at the time, I'm glad that somebody is taking care of them. That's what he said. Ellen sucks going to the lake instead of spending the weekend with us, Mari. Oh. Lauren Marie is going to the lake. Oh. No, I don't get gay vibes from Isaac at all. Not at all. Yeah, George has a gaydar. Shit, I have a gaydar. Christoph, all of them were a bit sweet. I have a gaydar. I'm looking, I'm like, yeah, okay. You look. I'm gonna be like R. Kelly. They keeping it on the down low, except for R. Kelly is black. So let's just say that Garth Brooks is gonna sing "Keep It on the Down Low," and they'll love it. Okay, Garth Brooks gonna sing it. Ethan and his Russell, but you notice that Ethan's jeans are not as tight, and you don't see his little dick print no more. Because well, you never actually saw a print in Ethan's jeans anyway. So I always thought he was tucking. But notice his jeans have gotten a lot looser. I know we'll take her next time. We take pictures and send. Oh, the boys get a little sugar. Isaac is a manly man. Isaac is a manly man. Which George we talking about here? George, Micah was seeing, well, even when he was in California. Remember when I first told you he was in California and he was living with those guys, and that other guy that we knew was obvious. We all knew that Micah done dipped in that. We all knew Micah dipped in that. We all knew that. We all knew that. He was so awkward around that girl he took on that date because he had been used to hanging. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think he was doing some male modeling. You know what I mean? Anyway, Micah, yeah, he was out there in California to sow his wild oats. Olivia and Ethan lived in Tampa. Veronica lives in. That's what they tell us is Boca. We don't know if it's Boca or not. They're telling us that. But thank you, sweet. Let's see. Michael looked scared to death on that couch. You remember last week when Veronica started talking, how Michael pushed her away? I mean, well, he backed away from her. Well, Veronica's already put it out on IG and TikTok. And she said she has to prove. So come on, Micah. Yep. And then he had to make a point to say girls, women. Micah, we already know, honey, it's kind of late, okay? She doesn't strike me as the kind of woman that need a man and she can stand on her own. She don't need Micah because Micah ain't bringing shit to the table. This woman does high-end real estate. Veronica wears too much music. Not that Lauren Marie. I don't know. She wears too much makeup. Okay. I was like, okay. Well, that's to soften her features some. He used her for his safety net at when then she became a challenge because she knew she didn't need him. Yeah, she doesn't need him at all. At all. Didn't want Mara going to California because they were either an addict or gay, and that's what Ethan said. He didn't even want Olivia to go there to take those wedding photos. You remember that? Remember that? Did you say she was hitting Micah from the back? No. Ooh, ooh. Speaking of which, hold on. I'm going to get back to the cabin. There's a show on Netflix. It's called The Hunting Wives. I've watched the whole season. The sheriff of the town is a big, tall, strappy white guy but the wife wears a strap on and bangs him from behind. The wife is having an affair with the guy that's running for the governor of Texas's wife. If y'all are not watching The Hunting Wives, I need you to watch it because we're going to talk about it. And then she had her finger in there and she pulled her finger out and she just wiped it on the sheet. And the next thing you know, because she's behind him, boom, and he's like, oh, oh, oh. So then he goes to work the next day and says, we got a murderer to catch. And one of the officers says, what's got up his ass? It's called The Hunting Wives on Netflix. I don't know well, yes, he had asked, okay, Brenna, not Veronica, Olivia said that she found out that Ethan had asked Tegan to marry him before they were even divorced. Yes, he did ask Tegan to marry him. Barry is creepy working out or not. Yeah, he is. But he's gotten himself in shape. I told you them kids are flowers in the attic. Y'all think I'm joking. Okay. So, hi, SPL Sharon. How are you? I was checking out your shorts. You do really good work with that. Yeah, and that's what. But Tegan is just sitting there trying to absorb everything. Oh, we get into the cabin because I don't think Tegan and Veronica gonna get along at all. Ethan and Olivia were barely allowed to text, and all phone calls were monitored. So that's why these kids jump into relationships full force. That's true. I can believe that. I want to ask Tegan the same thing about Ethan. My heart broke for her. She cried a million tears for Ethan and Olivia. Loved them so much she realized that she's never really paid attention to her. It does. It does. And I told you, remember, and I said last week, I said that Ethan has always been close to Mariah, and he didn't really start getting close to Lydia until him and Mariah weren't speaking when he was going to work on that car at that shop, at that auto shop that she was working at. Oh yeah. So she had, well, you heard what she said, right? She said that Micah's going to do everything he can because he doesn't want her to pop off. Now, who was she talking to on the phone on that FaceTime call? Was that her sister? She was talking to on that FaceTime call, and Micah is standing behind her, recording her as she's doing her makeup. Wasn't that kind of fucking creepy to you? Wasn't that creepy? I think that was creepy. He's recording her. She does have an old soul, and I said that a couple of seasons back. She had to play mom, and that's why she resents. She resents Kim. I think Zach and Lydia are both into their faith, and she does feel safe with him. And she said that's what she had been missing. Yep, she said she had been missing that. I'll look for it and send it to you. Okay. Veronica seen she Veronica has come out of her shell since the last time we saw her. She has really come out of her shell. So Veronica and Micah go to the cabin the night before. They drove in from Boca, and they're there to surprise. She complained about the small bathroom. She says she would rather be, what did she say she'd rather be at in Boca than to be at Kim's rental property? She really can't stand Kim. I thought her problem was with Barry and Mariah, but she can't stand Kim. What has Kim done to Veronica? Probably the same shit she was trying to do to Olivia. Veronica said Mara caused herself to have, yes, she did. That's true. That's true. So, they're there, and she's trying to get dressed as she's on the phone. She done lost her eyelashes. Dumbass Micah asked her, did she stick them to the wall? She goes, no, she had them on the table. I guess he found them. I don't know, because he had something in his hand beside the phone. And then she says, I got to get dressed. She goes, people are coming. Micah said, not just people, my brother. She goes, oh, his brother's coming. So, she's getting dressed, and we hear Ethan pulls up, and he has Tegan with him. Micah goes out, him and oh, I forgot a part too. I forgot when Ethan was talking to Kim about how when he went to shake Zach's hand, Zach actually went in for a hug, and yet, well, that wasn't really important. Anyway, so Micah goes out, and he and Ethan greet each other, and then Veronica comes out, and this is her first time meeting Tegan. And personally, I wouldn't have said the shit she said. When you're first meeting someone, you need to let them find out for themselves how that family is, because this is only her second time meeting the mother. Your first time meeting Veronica, which she had nothing nice to say about Kim. She had nothing nice to say about Barry. Tegan said that, if you don't, you really shouldn't talk about people. And, she believes in letting people have their own opinions, but, that's something she wouldn't do. And then, she was saying how Lydia and Zach hadn't kissed yet. And she says, people are allowed to have opinions, but you should be there to be supportive. I'm like, girl, you're going to fit right in that family. So Mike is out there checking out Ethan's car. And then the next thing you know, I don't know what the hell happened. They're back in the house. And Veronica's having a meltdown about Barry, Mariah. And then Ethan is saying that, he understands that Mariah lied to her dad and said, well, Mariah told Veronica things that maybe may or may not be true, but you know what Mariah told um Veronica is true because she told you the same thing. And then Veronica repeated it, which now Mariah is saying is a lie. And she is sitting there saying she doesn't want to be around Barry or Mara. And then Ethan says, well, Mariah said that she was in a bad place in her life. And then not Olivia, Veronica said she did this to herself. Ethan says, I don't even recognize her. She's not the same. And she did this to herself. She actually did this to herself, period. She looks psycho. And I think she dyed her hair black for the simple fact is she doesn't want to be associated with that family. So Veronica said that you mess up your whole life behind a guy that you barely even knew. And I get that. So then Ethan tells her, well, if you want to be, and, of course, Tegan's sitting there like she's at a tennis match, looking back and forth between Veronica and Ethan. Micah's sitting there, he's trying not to get caught in the middle. He's trying to see it through Veronica's eyes and then trying to see it through his family's eyes because he doesn't want to get caught up the way Ethan did with Olivia. So then Ethan tells Veronica that if she wants to be a part of this family, that she's just going to have to, she's just going to have to suck it up, basically. And Veronica said, I don't think she goes, I don't know if I want to be a part of this family. I come in and Heidi's talking about packages again. Hi, Michelle. That's all I talk about, girl. So then, and she goes, to be honest with you, I don't even know if I want to be a part of this family. And then Tegan looks at her like this, and then Micah, see, but y'all can't see me. And so Micah does this. You see, my hair, my kid, look, there we go. So then Tegan goes like, and then Micah goes, and then Ethan is just like, okay, I'm just like, fuck it. But we already know she doesn't want to be a part of that family because she knows that family is crazy. And she's been talking to Olivia, okay? She's been talking to Olivia. So hi, that Lauren Marie. How are you, sweetie? So after that, Ethan says, well, if that's how you feel, then you're going to be, it sounds like that you're going to be out. And Micah's just sitting there not saying anything at all. Because, oh my God, watch it too. Did you watch The Hunting Wife? The Hunting Wives? Did you watch that? I'm telling you, it's good. So, then we're going to see next week that, everybody is at the cabin. Ethan is trying to set up some type of booby trap for Zach. He doesn't like him. And there's Veronica suggests that they put him to the test. And I'm like, oh my God. That was her sister. Okay. That was her sister. So that was creepy with him recording her. Hi, my Drea. He's recording her as she's putting on her makeup. I'm just like, what the hell? I didn't understand that. It's not like she's doing a beauty blog. She is. Kim is doing the same thing to Veronica that she did to Olivia. You are absolutely right. It's too damn hot, y'all. It was 72 here today. She's going to, but you know what? I don't know if Isaac's really going to bring his girlfriend around that family like that. Isaac is the one that seems to have distanced himself. He stays with Barry. But I never, but I know what I forgot. So when Ethan and them got to the cabin. What's her name? Veronica told Ethan he looks like Santa. And then Tegan goes, I think he looks good. And then Veronica's in her confessional going, I don't even know why would she like that. Ugh. So I don't see those two as getting along at all. Not at all. So let's see. 116. Exactly. Why does Tegan have a baby? But she never says how old her baby is. So Tegan is 24. From and of course she had to explain that she had a baby from a previous relationship. She didn't say she was married before. She said a previous relationship. So, but I get the fact that she wants to be respectful of people when she first meets them. But girl, don't let these people fool you. I know you watched the show. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Tegan and Ethan met because he had posted a picture of his motorcycle. And I think that's why I think that Micah's house is Ethan's, because I saw a motorcycle in the driveway. But anyway, she said they met because he posted a picture of the motorcycle. She told him, nice bike. And then when Ethan looked at her profile, he was like, yeah, nice motorcycle. I'm like, oh, God, okay. Oh, Gwen just got home out the heat. Damn. Okay, let's see. So, Micah, Big Ron needs to settle down. But Micah does seem to like Tegan to me. He does seem to like Tegan, but she's never read. Okay, hold on a second. She's never, Micah has never met Tegan. Okay? He said it seems like she and Ethan get along really well. It seems like he really likes her. Okay, well, from the things that Ethan has said to you about her, okay, but how do you know if you like this woman or not if you're just meeting her? You haven't really had a conversation with her. You're standing outside talking. Next thing I know, you're in a confessional saying that she seems really nice. You don't know her. You don't know her. So I have no idea. I think he likes her because she's tall and blonde. But so I think that's it. I think I've covered all of that. That was the episode. It was called The Cabin in the Woods. Yeah, um I don't think Mariah wants to be. She was on the first episode, I think, or the second episode. No, the first. The first. And that's when we saw her hair was all black. Mariah has hardly been on the show so far. I wonder if she's getting a full paycheck. I don't know. It's good seeing you too, Gwen. I haven't combed my hair. I was actually laying on my sofa. Let's see. I said I was gonna start coming on camera more often. I am. I just need to they tried to set, yes, and remember, and then you saw Kim going, Ethan, no, Ethan, no. But they want to put him to the test. I see why Lydia want to get the fuck out of that family. I heard that. Zach is Ethan 3 years ago. Yes, he is. Oh, and when they got to the cabin, Veronica's gonna ask Ethan, what do you have in there? He says, just coffee. She goes, I can tell when the Platt brothers are lying, but because they get double dimples. Why would you do that in front of a woman that you're just meeting? You don't know her. Why would you put that stuff out like that? You see, she's not. That's why I said they are not. She researched Ethan's girlfriend. She knows she went to school in Florida. She knows she used to play volleyball. She knows, but the cake, she knows everything about this woman. Why? Why would you be researching Ethan's girlfriend? That's what I don't understand. Did anybody else wonder why would you do that? And the producers asked her, how do you know all of this? She goes, research like a lawyer. I hate to tell you this, but a lawyer doesn't do any of their own research. It's their paralegals and the paralegal assistants that do all the research. Lawyers don't do shit but catch a paycheck and go to court with the research that you have done. And he just reads it over. That's it. That's it. That's all a lawyer does. Paralegals do all the work. It was 86. I was in my pool. 24 and thinks she's going to bond with Kim over being moms. Of course. Yeah, she's from Wisconsin. Oh, that's what I want to ask. So she said that, when she first met Ethan, does that mean that she drove? She said it was a long drive. So you went to meet Ethan. So you drove from Wisconsin to Minnesota? Why didn't Ethan, being the man, come to see you or fly you there or meet you halfway? She is dry. She's very dry. But did anybody miss that? That she said it was a long drive? As all she sees is bruising. She needs a better bra on because that shit was bouncing up and down, bouncing up and down. Girl, get you some support. Marcia, you watch all episodes of The Hunting Wives? Hold on a second. Marcia E. Marcia, did you watch? Oh, it's going to be, I think it's going to be like 49. It's getting cool here. Thank you. Yeah, Zach knows Lydia better than he knows Tegan. Let's see. It is a bad look for Veronica, but she just don't care. Don't start with paralegal. Charge me 34 cents for a flipping email response. 67. Hi, Scotland. Did you get my message? Did you get my message? 86. Yeah, that's too warm. But I think I can do it. See, that's what I got from that too. That she drove from Wisconsin to Minnesota to go meet Ethan. Why didn't Ethan, since he took his motorcycle on a cross-country tour, go to Minnesota to see her? Why? Let's see. Tegan didn't have them big tits in high school. I saw a pic of her on Reddit. Well, she had a baby. But I met it. Maybe she wasn't even wearing a bra. But I didn't see her her nipples poking out. So I don't know. I have no idea. Thank you. She has a kid. She drove to see him. The bank used to give the kids candy and the mama would throw it away after they left the bank. How grateful, Kim. Come on, Kim. Well, I think she pretended to throw it away and she was eating her damn stuff. That's why she got so damn fat. That's why she got so fat. Yeah, I sent you a message, ma'am. It depends because I can be in Minnesota in an hour and a half. She said it was a long ride. She said a long drive. That's what she said. It was a long drive. Ooh, she's an Orange Cheeto supporter. Okay. There you go. So the brother opens the door and she goes over to talk to him. He don't have a little ding dong, girl. He got some meat down there. Well, we saw Barry is going to be on next episode because he's driving Lydia to the cabin to go pick up something. But yes, we saw Marco's brother Ding Dong. Marcia, do you like the Hunting Wives? Because I really enjoy it. It's called the Hunting Wives. Of course, they got to have one black sister in there. So, but it's on Netflix and it is really good. I binged that whole season. What was it? 8 episodes? Eight. She lives in Oshkosh. Oshkosh is all the way by Lake Michigan to Minnesota. Yeah, that is a long drive because that's what she said. It was a long drive. That's what she said. It was a long, long drive. And I was like, you mean to tell me this bitch didn't come see you? You had to go see him? What kind of shit is that? So, like, I was just like, no, couldn't be me. That's what I was saying, Drea. Wait a minute. She's a young mom who's what exactly who's watching the kid while she plays with the children of the corn. Sweets. Oh my God. She can well, okay. All right. I can't tell y'all. But this is good. I think the sister believes that somebody that he owed money to got him, but she got him. I'm like, oh my God. But why didn't she? She knows that woman killed that girl because she got pregnant by a teenager and she was jealous. And then she goes to sleep with the sheriff's wife so she can get information from the sheriff's wife. Oh shit. Yeah, but she said it was a long drive. But see, but only thing she said that she had a child from a previous relationship. She didn't say how old the child was or anything, but she did say that Ethan has a relationship with her child. I wouldn't put Ethan around. No, girl. No. No. And I know you've been watching Olivia's TikToks. I know you've been watching Veronica's TikToks. I know you've heard the recordings that Olivia have of Ethan in his raids. I mean, in his rants. So there is no love there. Ooh, sweet, you have your theory on that. Yes. I want to cover it, sweets, and we can talk about it if you want to. But that is a good, I'm telling you, it's the Hunting Wives. Y'all need to watch it. Sweets, I would love for you to come up. You let me know when you want to discuss it. Okay, Heidi, I did some uh-oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Ooh. Okay, that house has a garage. Theirs just have okay, thank you. Thank you. There's just a thank you. That's the house. Okay. Thank you, my girl Tracy. I appreciate you. But I swore when I saw it, I said, is that the house? Because you remember when Ethan was leaving and that you know when he pulled up and the motorcycle was there in the circle driveway. Thank you for that. I really, really appreciate it. It is not the same house. Thank you. I binged it too. I bet we both had women. Wait a minute. I bet we both had women friends flirting with our sons when they were in high school. Girl, girl. My friend Chanel, not only did she flirt with both of my sons, but my cousin. One son turned her down. One played with her for a while. But let me see. They weren't in high school. And I told this girl, I said, wait a minute, you can't get my sons, which, you know, she was like, uh, she was Brian's age. Then she got a crush on Nate. Then she had a crush on my cousin. And I told her, I said, you're trying any kind of way to get in my damn family, aren't you? I said, you just want to be in my damn family. Yeah, she said she had just gotten in from Wisconsin. So I'm taking it she flew to Cairo or whatever the nearest airport is. So, sweet, you just have to let me know when you want to discuss it. When you have time, we can discuss it because The Hunting Wives is damn good. And the fact when I found out, because I was trying to figure out how did she meet him and why don't the wife like her, the ex-wife? Well, the ex-wife, he brought her in to do a threesome with him and his wife at the time, and she wound up taking this man's this woman's husband. Yep, I see them. They're different houses. Damn it. Myra looks horrible. She really do. She looks horrible. Horrible. Ooh, shit. I told Nathan, and so he talked to Brian. He was like, nah, man. He goes, he does, nah, she's not my type. Nate was like, well, I'll play with her for a while. I said, Nathan. He was like, mm-mm. Then Nate said, nah, she kind of needy. I always want to. So then my cousin told it. I was like, y'all, I got to watch this weekend. I'm telling you, Tracy, watch it. It's good. 8 episodes. It is great. She was dumb to bring Margot into that bed. I'm telling you. I am telling you. But then, I can't tell y'all because y'all going to watch it. Christoph, I need you to watch it. I need you to watch it. Scotland, I need you to watch it. It's called The Hunting Wives. It's on Netflix. No, Cairo is in Georgia. It's not Illinois. No, they ain't Cairo, Georgia. Okay, I lit my candle. That was a candle. Cairo, Georgia. That's where they're at. So I'm trying to think. Can you tell Amber bad things drinking? Okay, I will send it to her. I'll let her know. I'll send it to her. So it's really good. Real Housewives of OC, Real Housewives of Miami. We're gonna do those Sunday. I need to do. In the UK, I know Debbie and them did yesterday. I need to watch episode 7 of that. And then I need to get The Hunt for Love. And I'm good. Let's see. So is there any... Oh, I forgot. I wanted to show you guys some stuff before I get out of here. I really, really did. Shit. Where did I put it at? Oh, guys. I was going to do a live in the morning. And then I forgot that I really have some other stuff that I need to do tomorrow morning. So I want to show you guys this. I know we just talked about Plathville. I understand. I know we did. But I want you to see this. This happened. I'm on the Adams. Hold on. Oh. I'm on the Adams thing, and there's no arrest for Lydia yet, but I wanted to show you guys, this isn't about Lydia. I ran across this yesterday, okay? It's called The Hunting. I ran across this yesterday. And I want you guys to see this.
Following other news today, a 35-year-old man is charged with raping a 14-year-old boy at a park on the north side.
CBS 4's Jesse Wells spoke with police and explains what
Indianapolis at the park. At the park
led to the suspect's arrest.
Police credit technology like these surveillance cameras, as well as assistance from the victim and an alert, quick-thinking North District officer for working together to help track down and arrest the suspect for the horrific crime.
Indianapolis.
Walking to his summer job here at the MLK Center, a 14-year-old boy claims he went into the bathroom here at Tarkington Park and was raped by a complete stranger in late June. Brandon Merriweather is now charged with rape, sexual misconduct with a minor, and child solicitation for that alleged assault.
This 14-year-old experienced something unimaginable that nobody wants to experience. We're going to have lifelong implications resulting from this. But I'm proud of our officers and the work that they were able to do to help bring this suspect into custody.
IMPD says the suspect was captured on surveillance cameras going into the bathroom with the young victim. A picture of the accused rapist was then relayed to the entire police department, and a few days later, while on patrol in the area, an officer spotted someone who matched that description and stopped Merriweather for jaywalking. After confirming Merriweather's identity and showing his picture to the young victim, police say the boy picked his alleged attacker out.
He raped a 14-year-old boy. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. Went to the bathroom. And y'all think I'm kidding. When even when I had my grandsons with me, they would go in, but now they have the family bathrooms. So I'll stand outside the door. I will not let my grandchild, or even when my sons, go into a bathroom by themselves at all. At all. I've been doing this. You don't send your kids to the restroom by themselves. Shit happens too quick.
Out of a photo lineup.
In this case, we had a victim who had experienced
And
something.
he picked this man out of a photo lineup. You can know this man's etched in his memory. This child is going to need some severe therapy. At 14 years old, you took that child's innocence.
And terrible, but was able to cooperate with police, help get descriptions, help identify the person who's allegedly responsible for this.
Just 1 month before the alleged rape, Merriweather went to court and pleaded guilty to charges that he failed to warn his wife he had a dangerous disease and is HIV positive.
I saved that for the last part. Not only did he rape a 14-year-old boy, he is HIV positive. Let's go back and listen to that.
If he had a dangerous disease and is HIV. Just 1 month before the alleged rape, Merriweather went to court and pleaded guilty to charges that he failed to warn his wife he had a dangerous disease and is HIV positive, but a judge suspended his entire sentence.
He's married, didn't disclose to his wife that he's HIV positive a month before he raped a 14-year-old boy.
And Merriweather was placed on probation, which he's accused of violating a few weeks later. He's now being held without bond. Merriweather is also facing a separate case of resisting law enforcement and drug possession after police claim he tried to run away from officers who went to arrest him last week. Jesse Wells, CBS 4 News.
Okay, let me just... I don't have children, but I would have thought a 14-year-old would be old enough to go along. Okay, I understand what you're saying. But in this day and age, you have men dressing as women, going into the women's bathrooms, waiting for little girls to come in there. I'm sure the 14-year-old boy goes to the park a lot, him and his friends. Nobody thinks anything about, and it's true. It's true. Can you imagine what this child is going through? Can you imagine what this child is going through? He was raped by a grown-ass man. Not only that, this man has HIV. And these kids at 14, come on. So I wanted you guys to see that. I might do an afternoon live, but I definitely wanted you guys to see that one. 35 years old. Just went to court the month before because he failed to disclose to his wife he was HIV positive. It doesn't say how she found out. It didn't say that. I really have to look into that. But maybe she has it now. Not sure. But it's sad. Okay. Yep. This is sad. But anyway, I will definitely see you guys tomorrow afternoon sometime. Well, not definitely. I'm going to try to be here tomorrow afternoon around 1 o'clock my time. I know I'll be live Saturday, but thank you for being here. I really appreciate you guys. I have some, um, I have some streams to listen to. See, I don't know. And hold on. It doesn't tell you how she found out. That's why I said I had to do I need to pull those court documents that they showed. I need to see if she found out because she tested positive for HIV. I don't know. This is and then there's another one about an ex-wife of a guy in Kentucky, a paramedic that was accused of raping and sodomizing a patient. I have a lot of these things that I just put in my queue to share, and that one I just could not hold on. Oh. There's another one about the children that were found living in a tent outside the house. I'm going to, yeah, I'll definitely be here tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be the morning because I have an appointment in the morning. Did you all see the Nancy Grace video showing a new video of Epstein prison tape? No, but I would definitely go take a look. Yep, it did. It did. I would definitely go look at that. Oh, Lisa went live. Okay, I'll definitely go take a look at that. And then it was something else. It was something else and I forgot. But I'll find it. I'll find it. But I'll be here tomorrow. And then it's a lot of shit that I just collect and just put in my queue. But that one, I couldn't wait until I went live to do a morning coffee. But I'm going to pull that and I'm going to see what happened? Why did they happen to go to court? And the judge suspended that sentence. I'm sure that judge is kicking himself all in the ass right now. That ruins a child for the rest of your life. The main reason they can't survive in prison is because it was done to the people that are in the prison and it messed them up so bad. Thanks for covering this mess of a show. This flowers isn't it is, Tracy. I love it. I love it. And I wasn't going to watch it until Veronica and Olivia started talking. I said, oh shit, I'm definitely watching this season. So that's about it. I really, really, really appreciate it. Scotland, I see I have your response. Some days bad there, but drinking Starbucks triple. But oh, sweetie. Radiation day, I'll find out. Okay. Okay. I got you, Boo. I'm going to keep you in my prayers. I promise you that. And I will definitely keep checking on you. I'll see you guys later. And tomorrow is Friday. Friday. So I will see you guys later. Have a great evening and thank you for joining me. Bye, everybody. Bye.